business. Mind your mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. I'm just saying. What's up? What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, we back with another one. I have well, got a phone call. And then I seen everybody was in Discord. So I said, yeah, I guess we'll go live and we'll chill on Discord for this momentary in time. I don't know what they talking about. We about to jump in and see what they talking about on Discord, and we'll let the narrative just play. What's up with it, Shiva? What's up with it, Awoken One? Yeah, I seen. I got a phone call. They said y'all was in Discord, so I said, because usually when I pop in, a lot of times don't nobody be in there as much. But we living our lives, bro. Everybody is out living. You feel me? Which is a good thing, But I don't know what everybody in there talking about. But I'm just open it up, and we just gonna take it from there. I guess you know how we do. Oh, y'all in here being quiet.
Hell no, we ain't quiet. We in here starting to write, passing the mic
Nah,
around like the shit got fired.
the Jamaican Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar, L.A., only place you gonna find the right bars.
Oh, everything. What's up with it, Sun Tzu?
Was that true?
What's up with it, Master Creator? Oh, nothing, man. I was just kicking back, just chilling. You feel me? What's up with it, Velvet Wind? Yeah, Ozo. Oh, dang, yeah. Y'all got the Asian persuasion in here, huh?
The Asian persuasion. The
I-
shumai. Sweet dumpling for the tasting.
They usually just say like dumplings.
Yeah, but what's up
The
with y'all
dumpling
though?
for the
What's up, Prince
humpling.
Pirelli? See a lot of people popping
Guys,
in
I
on YouTube.
fucked up.
What happened? What you do
So
now?
you know how like sometimes there's like food in the freezer and you're like, fuck, I want to eat it now. I'm hungry now. So I'm just gonna sit down and wait for it to defrost. You leave it out of the fridge so it defrosts faster, right? I fell asleep. Is it still fine?
Yeah, cause it's still cold. It's
It's
just,
a chicken fried rice.
oh yeah, that's still gonna be Gucci. That's still gonna be
Really?
Gucci. Yeah,
Yeah, just warm it up.
Okay. Y'all just like relieved me so. No, I genuinely fell asleep for like 4 hours.
thanks
Are
for
you
sharing.
sure? Like 4 or 5 hours?
Discord.
It's
That
cool.
ain't nothing. It's
It's
probably
chicken
still
fried
cold
rice.
in the frozen in the middle. But yeah,
Gotta put it in the microwave.
what you up to though, Master Creator? You
Cry.
Shit, just at the job. I'm just
Was
working
good.
right now. Twisting up a blunt.
Oh yeah, man. I ain't smoked in a minute. I gotta go into this job place tomorrow, man. I said I ain't smoked in so long. I think I forgot what getting high feel like at this point. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I'm always high.
Bro, you
What's
can
up,
just like
Cryo?
clear. You can just clear your shit with a lot of like okay, cucumber juice, I'd say, beetroot juice, mixed together in one juice with maybe just at least one herb. Like maybe either sarsaparilla or like burdock root, but I would suggest sarsaparilla and like literally just have that in a juice. Just drink it once or twice and like drugs gone, clear.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. A lot of people is giving me a lot of different things. I just said I'm gonna just use
Yeah.
time, and I just used time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just took that three,
That
four
that's a bit more
weeks.
of a slower process, but you do have to drink it a bit more, like
You
just
know,
whenever you finish something.
so
No,
snort.
I can imagine that. It definitely would work.
Yeah, I just use time, just time. I did a little coke here and there, but that ain't nothing. You feel me? That get out your system in 2 or 3 days. Though. I'm just like, yeah. Oh wow, What's up, Cryo?
Just chilling, drinking, wondering what the stream's doing.
Oh, just yeah. I see Velvet popped in. Shiva, thanks for sharing the Discord for other people to join the Discord and pop in. I said last few times I was going live, I said every time I opened the Discord, wasn't nobody in this thing. Wasn't nobody in here. So I was like, dang, now I gotta talk by myself and act like I know something. Hey,
That's what we're doing anyway.
I know, right? Like the harsh reality, like when it comes down to it and you figure you really don't know shit. But it's like I can count to 10, I think. It's like,
I can wipe my own butt. I can
yeah. Hey, you know what tripped me out, Shiva? I was watching Josh Johnson, the comedian, and that's what he said. He said, you know, you got this open AI and all this shit, and you know the AI know all these things. He said sometimes it just be cool to sit with your friend and then ask your friend something that you don't know, and your friend be like, shit, I don't know either. And it just feel good not to know at that moment. You know, you're not the only one. Like, you're not the only one. It's like, shit. Sometimes it feels good not to know because it's like nobody knows everything, but everybody want to know everything type shit. But
Right.
it is what it is, man. But how you been, Shiva?
Doing good. Thank you, man.
Man, that's good, man. That's good. You know, it's well, it is kind of crazy, you know, when you doing good and you know you feeling good and everything is going just, and you know you see other people and it's just not that way. But you know, hopefully it get that way. But it's like, damn, man, it's a harsh reality. It's a harsh reality.
Often, like
Not a
when you
harsh
see people like that.
reality. Stop it, man. Don't tell them that.
It's a,
It's a beautiful thing.
nah, it is. I'm not saying it's not beautiful. You feel me? It's a
That's
beautiful
where they got
ugly.
that shit from, man, because we keep repeating that shit. That's where they got that shit from. It ain't no harsh reality. It's however you see reality, however you perceive reality, because this ain't even reality. So exactly.
That's
You know, it's crazy. That's just
I
what
don't
it is.
like have people who don't have it going for them. I mean, like I do, but if I do, they're kind of just in a waiting zone. They're not really going through the shits right now. And if they are, they're strong enough to have to see the other side or just like wait it out, I guess. I don't know.
Have you ever had
Yep.
your Wi-Fi turned off? You know how that feels to get your Wi-Fi turned off and you can't get on the internet?
I mean, not since I was a kid,
It
but
feel like the world is coming
Oh,
to an end. Feel like everything you can't play your game or none of that. That shit it hurts.
yeah, like when you're trying to wind down and
hurt
stuff.
stuff.
Hey, Suzu, that shit
I mean,
hurts. Your
like
Wi-Fi just go off
honestly,
in the
just
middle of you
take a walk.
Googling something.
Yeah,
But
true. But
walking
what
at
if you
night when
turn
nothing's
hurting
open
off
is kind of
though?
like
What's gonna happen after that?
You said what?
What if you turn hurting off? Cause
Man,
hurting ain't you.
no, it's a it's a aspect of the you. If you
You're
turn
making up
hurting
you.
off, like
Making up you.
like it's crazy because you can turn it off. You can.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can.
So
That's a possibility.
hey, so guess
I
this.
don't
So
get
let's say
hurt
my
anymore. I
Wi-Fi
just
go
feel
off
sorry
right
for
now. Right.
situations.
Mhm.
But I don't think I want to turn like, you know, some things you know, I don't mind turning like the painful parts or the hurtful so-called hurtful parts of life off, but then I don't want to do that because it's also like a learning experience.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, true, everybody.
What's up with it,
What's
What
EB?
up,
up,
Eric
man?
B?
Hey, hey, true. You remember you was talking about? I'm sorry, I'm gonna change the subject because this have got in my mind for a while. But I talked about it before, but now I can understand why. You remember that time that you was explaining one of your trips that that everything in back of you was beginning to fade away, and all the sounds was just getting ready to disappear. Remember that you had that particular trip before?
Yeah, on that's when I had did the DMT outside, and the lady came and like kind of opened the doors for me. Everything started to. I wasn't able to. The cars and everything, bro. It just started to like go into
Disappear
this.
and fade
Yeah,
away.
yeah, that
Okay,
shit was
you know
crazy.
what? I'm gonna explain what was getting ready to happen because I just found this out not too long ago. You was getting ready to go to the upper
Room.
okay, the upper okay, I would say uh you know how they say that it's nine we have on the top it's like if I can explain this right, there's not cycles. Speaking of cycles, on the bottom is 14 cycles that we are in now. This
Yeah,
is a 14th cycle. The Earth is basically a portal. Well, I'm always speaking of cycles because the Earth, it's like, but the thing about it is like, there's 14 on the bottom and there's 9 above. You was getting ready to go to another cycle that's above. That's where you were getting ready to go. You was getting ready to you were getting ready to go to the cycles above. And that's the 9, that's the that's the 9 above everything beyond this cycle. Because everything below is it was all 14. And then like it's not like it's the Lords of the Cycle says that they explain that the cycles below is not truly below, but it's only different in space and in time. That's what they're explaining. This everything is space and in time that they were explaining. But in this
I think
cycle that we're in, it like because on our cycle it's like only 14 cycles. But when you was getting ready to leave this particular cycles, you was getting ready to go to the 9th one, the 9 cycles above this one. That's why everything was getting ready to disappear.
hey, do you think
Because you
it's
because when we talk about that, you was getting ready to be into your light.
yeah,
You were
like
getting ready to
it's kind of weird because like even when I
Mhm.
like now when I think like how they say as above so below and all
Go
those
below.
different things, like I
Mhm.
like now I look at it as having something to do more with the body and not like the mind and not above like in the sky, because the deeper you go into your mind, like it's
Yeah.
it's it's almost like this infinite this place of infinity where there's so much going on and so much
Yeah.
stored there that you begin to enter these different realms of your mind and like not actually going above like
Well,
on
yeah.
the outside. What's up, Theo?
Well, it's not like okay, not actually really above, but
Wow,
it's
man.
like you were saying, but it's inside of you. Yeah, it's inside of us. But speaking of like the cycle, because when they explain cycles, we it's like remember everything is basically
Celeb, what's up?
what they call it again, formless. It's everything is basically formless as what they were explaining. But it's inside, it's inside of us because all the worlds are within.
Yeah,
So, but when they explain cycles, the cycles that we have that inside of us, cycles that within us. So, based on what they're saying, but the cycles that's within us, it's like when you get ready to when everything was getting ready to disappear, you was getting ready to be into that basically light beyond this. I would say, I mean, it's like the way they were explaining it. It's like you remember, okay, I was explaining like 9 above and 14 below. That within ourselves, we live in that 14 below within ourselves. In this, within ourselves is all 14 below. within ourselves, in that cycle within ourselves, it's all 14. But when you raise that, I mean, it's not, but when within inside yourself, when you when you were getting ready to go, you were beginning to go within that light to raise beyond that 14. Within now, you were like going to that 9, because they always speak about that 9. I mean, it's based on it's like something within inside yourself, within that 9. And everything is here with your light, that light that you have inside, with the light that you have within inside yourself. You are getting ready to leave this, and everything will start. I noticed too that when everything was started to disappear, that when you were talking about, you ever notice that everything was leaving, but you were still remaining?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what made it like kind of like at the time. That's when I was like, you know, kind of scared in a lot of different ways because I seen the blue lady, and like she came out dancing, and it was like these big giant doors, these giant wooden doors. I'm talking about. They was huge, and the doors open. She like put her hand back, and the doors open, and she said like, "You're welcome." Like I can tell you this, right? When she said you was welcome, that's when everything started. Like I started to go, and I was about this was disappearing, and it scared the shit out of me, bro. I was like, no, I like lifted up and like kind of, you know, brought myself back because I didn't want to go. I didn't know where I was going, but it was like, no, I'm not going there. I don't know what it is. But then later on, like after I did a couple of lives, I understood it, and that was like one of the other things that made me like not fearful to dive in, to where it was like, you know, I felt like everything was open, all the information, it was going to be open to me now. I like it. I got my welcome ticket right there.
Can I have just 3 seconds? I fell asleep in my bed with my lavender with the lid not on, and it's all here. I could just get a piece of cardboard and just make sure it doesn't. Oh my god.
Smoke it.
Never mind. Continue.
You got the mustache.
That's the lords of the cycle right there.
Right there. Right
The lords
there.
of the cycle.
When you said that, Eric B was shaking his head. Yes.
Well, true, but you know that's what they were explaining, that there's 9 cycles above and 14 below, and you was getting ready to go to that above, because everything that above, but that's where I said that it's inside of us though, because everything is within. And when they were explaining that, I was like, oh, that's the probably reason why.
And I think that's the weird part right there, right? Because it, like I want to accept that everything is within, but it's like, you know, some of the places you go, hell no, like that place cannot be existing within myself. Like it's impossible. Like it's impossible. Like when you go to that one place where it kind of looks like Santa's workshop or some shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
And they got the conveyor belt and this other shit in reality being made. It's like, what the fuck? Like, no, bro. No.
Yeah, this where breathing stop. You know, as above. Oh, if you really wanted, you know what I mean, and we could keep the flow going, could just saw the flow ocean right now, because I'm already zone right now. So as above, so below, we talking about within. When we say inside, that shit still sound ridiculous to us, because what you talking about inside my motherfucking stomach, you know what I mean? Or are we talking about inside mine or the interdimension? Because if it's the interdimension, then it's the outer dimension at the same damn time.
At the same time.
So, below.
But see that.
Hold up. That means no such thing as physical. That's
exactly. I mean, because it's like when they talk about as above, so below. Okay, when you're this is something when they talk about as above, so below. Okay, you're in space. You look up, and then there is no above. You look down, there is no down. I mean, within ourselves.
You can't.
Okay, what do you think about as above, so below within ourselves? I mean, it's like basically like okay, time and space. You know, now when we're talking, now
Yeah,
see that's
what about time and space?
hey,
Yeah, what
hey,
what make that so funny, wow, man? I gotta hear your take on that. Time and space.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that made me kind of because it's all relative in a way where some people are actually believe in time and some people don't, and some people are like really into the time dilation on psychedelic, because on psychedelics you experience different time dilation periods, and it's so like laughable. So
Yeah.
I just giggled.
That
That was the cosmic giggle coming through me, going, yeah, time and space. It was like, yeah, time and space. I was
yeah,
like,
right.
now, hey, a wild man, hey, but wild man. Now, see, this is something else too,
Created
because
all of this.
if you within inside yourself, because when they speak about time and space,
Exactly, though.
time and space is within. But even they say, even in Thoth said in Lords of the Cycles, speaking on this too, that time and space is moving in circles. Now check this out. If time and space is moving in circles, okay, time and space is moving in circles. You look out, okay, in the universe, time and space within you is moving in circles within you. Everything is turning within you, because time and space is within yourself. Like, say for instance, like, okay,
sure. Yeah, I
Get
get it.
the sun,
space,
the
but
sun, the
it,
sun. Okay, the universe. Okay, you know how the
But
universe is.
we can't.
Oh wait, but you
No,
know how the universe.
because I'm a flat
Mhm.
earther, so I'll have like a different answer than to what you all mainstream believe in gravity and all that, and you're doing all the time space, and you I don't believe in any of that. So
yeah, such thing.
I'm on another
But it is
side
too.
of information where I'm questioning all of that, and especially all when we talk about time and space, like that's it's a whole situation there. It's hard to convey what what's going on with that, because we all experience our own time and space. That's probably what's actually going on.
Yep.
It's probably individual.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
individual.
That
But it's individual, but it's like within yourself.
Level.
I mean, speaking to for myself, that I get a quite understanding of time and space, even in space and time, because even space and time itself. Okay, when we talk, okay, with that, that Tessera Act they're talking about, because in space and time, there's nothing but what you call it, angle in space and time. Man, this stuff that I'm telling you, this stuff came to me. It's vibrating to this stuff, vibrating to it. I mean, it's
Love
like
it.
it's like I mean, it's like with the space and time, because it's totally different with time and space and time, because space and time has these like angles going throughout the whole universe. I mean, it's nothing but angles. Now within us, okay, now check this out. Within us, is, I mean, I'm speaking to of what I know about of this, about time and space. It moves into circles, right? But space and time doesn't. Space and time is like what you call it,
something you can't touch.
angles throughout space and time. But we don't know any. But within inside ourselves, it's nothing but time and space, and it's all circles. So when you're going through circles in time and space, you have to have that particular circle to go through time and space, because it's when you're going through time and space, it's not a complete circle.
Well,
but even
as far as we're experiencing it psychedelically, I think a lot of us experience time dilation in these different ways. And it's so interesting because then it breaks apart your reality upon what is and where in time and space is this, and is this a dream? Is that a dream? Like you gotta realize like we have no idea what the heck we're even experiencing right now. Nobody really can describe it. It's like
right now,
reality, and then it's
I mean,
reality.
like say for instance, right now, like
but
right
then you're
now,
dreaming, you know, and then
like
you have a
see, like,
psychedelic experience, and there's that, and then how is time, and what is time, and where is space, and how do we differentiate what's real and where we're at in this spectrum? Is this just a dream right now? That's not even. We just uploaded this memory right now. Like think of it like that. Like,
even trying to
reliving this memory that we created somewhere, some way, but through someone else's, maybe your consciousness, maybe mine. I don't know. Who knows what's real? Like until it's just a moment in like a memory in like a giant cosmic library of memories. I don't know.
well, that's the same thing that's the same thing I was explaining before. That, you know, like when I'm when I'm in the dream, I can get out of my dream and I can go back into that other dream when I'm waking up and I'm still vibrating to that. Just like this place. I wouldn't call this a dream. It's just that I'm just saying that I can vibrate to almost anything now. Even when I'm waking up from that other particular, I would say, reality that I was in, I can get up. Just I was explaining this before, and when I'm getting up, I can go back to that particular place that I was in when this particular body that I was in. You know, I left this body and went to another. I would say reality.
Yeah.
And I get up out of that reality and come back to this place, and I can vibrate to this particular place. The same thing I can vibrate. But see, remember, those realities are already in you. So when you dreaming, well, what we call dreams, when you dreaming, these are just places that you go on inside yourself.
Do you ever dream you're smoking the DMT and then you shift and go in another dream? Do you ever dream within the dream? Have that DMT? Because I've done that.
That's inside yourself. That's inside yourself. Because I can get out. I mean,
that's inside myself. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's like it's like okay, just like when I'm like getting up, like I was saying, when I get up for another dream, I'm doing other things in that dream, and then I'm coming back to this place, and it's the same thing. Just like right now, this right here that we're in is just, you know, it's still what we call like a basically dream.
It's your dream. It's your dream.
Your dream. Yeah. Something
dream.
like that.
He
Something
said,
like that.
Because he trying to all your existing.
Yeah.
It still exists in the space, man. It ain't no damn dream. It's just one thing. What you got to do is come out of trying to understand and put this whole thing as one thing, and then ask yourself, is that one thing asking this question?
Well, I can't say it's my dream. I can say that, you know, I'm just, you know, conscious of it.
Yeah, you find out that you gonna ask many questions, and you gonna hold on to many ideas, and
it's true. For the viewers, why don't you cut to a clip? Put a clip on the screen of Eric B's dream for everyone.
What?
Blue flag.
Hey, that would be dope if you could do that shit.
One day we gonna do
that's amazing. That would be amazing.
Vibrate to that shit. Trust me, bro. We gonna tune in.
Yeah, we ain't got them upgrades yet, Theo. You took us into the future, all right? We're gonna have to ask AI, open AI to do that shit. Hey, how can I record somebody's dream and play it like a video?
Tell you where to start. We gotta tell him to stop lying. Tell him that's what living. That's where we could start from. You know what I mean? There ain't no such thing as a dream. unless you don't know how to read the in between. It's all in the same. It ain't what it seems. It just seems. It's just an appearance, appearing. But we're in that. We're in. We're in.
Yeah, I had a
Bro, if
crazy
it's
dream.
so your profile picture background is going to be similar to the majority color of your profile picture. I love how he just looks like he's just in a
Reality.
it looks like a galaxy. Yeah, and you're just seeing. At first I thought it was a dude on a skateboard, but then I looked closer and I saw the stars and I figured out it was a spotlight, but yeah. Not a spotlight per se, but for lack of better words.
The
More just
universe.
like you're there. It's not a
Has
spotlight, you're
spotlight
just there.
all individual as one thing, experience in itself. So you can't find separate. No matter how much. All we gonna do is go wake up.
Yeah, you gonna
Yeah,
end now.
you know what I
You're
mean? But
cutting out
you
something.
leave the kids seasick.
I think we
Yeah,
go ahead, Exile.
all inclusive. It's like when you ever dance or something and then you forgot that you're dancing and you're just dancing. You're not thinking about just dancing. Or it's like they call it being in flow. Or you ever creating something or talking to somebody. Like those moments that we feel that we're separate. That's kind of what's an illusion because we are all. It's all happening, and there's different ways to describe like Eric B is talking about frequency or Wildman Ninja's talking about different aspects of the thing. We all have this different experience of trying to explain through words and language what the fuck is going on. Because, like True said earlier, like nobody knows.
Nobody
Nobody
knows.
knows what's going on.
There
Or
is
else
nothing.
try to describe our experience to each other. Then sometimes you can build that correlation.
I
But
think it's
really,
expressing
what
itself
I
in a
hear
beautiful way.
yeah, what I hear Jamaican Sun Tzu saying is that there is no need for any of this correlation because it's all happening within you. And I was started off by saying inclusive. It's all inclusive. Like, and trying to describe that, in flow state or when the dancer becomes the dance or uh, where there's no thought of any separation.
It's you know what's weird though, Exile? It seems like it's always explaining itself. We
Yeah.
sit around and we just
Yeah.
judge it. So like when we see somebody dancing and in that flow state of just dancing, that's when we go, hey, them ain't the right dances. You ain't supposed to do them. Well, what kind of dance is that? You feel me? It's like we are always judging each moment, making it a good or a bad thing as we go,
Yeah,
as we
but
see it all happening.
hey, True, you know what? Though that shit happen. Keep this shit slippery, so everything can eventually slide through. So we could even out the discords. You understand? You know what I mean? So we could find where's the separation. If you notice after a while, everything becomes equal. So if you didn't have a problem with it, person wouldn't solve it so that everybody could be an individual. That's not even an individual, but it gets to express itself as one,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it gets the
Still,
everything is expressing
so
itself.
good. So no matter, even when we come playing this one game and it's one time, it's no time, you know? It's just always showtime, really.
Yeah, and
You
then
know,
we all
Yeah.
come together and we go, they not like us. They not like us.
Well, it's not to be it's not to be homogenous. It's not to be where everything is the same thing. Through our separation, we can experience the unity. It's kind of like a paradox. Like you go into the forest and all the trees aren't the same height, or all the skin cells aren't the same color, or there's a little bit of difference in the complexity. And I don't think we would have this idea, this experience of unity without experiencing the separation or the differences or the uniquenesses. So by being everybody being truly themselves, they fit into that puzzle, the puzzle with a trillion, billion, gazillion pieces. If you're trying to be this other piece that's next to you, well, you're not going to really fit, right? So you just be yourself no matter what it is, and you're fitting in perfectly. And so that's what I think Sun Tzu was saying. Like, don't worry about the things. Don't worry about the things. Just do you, and then by doing that, everything gets. If you got a question, ask the question. If you got a statement, say the statement. If you want to do a backflip handstand, tippy toes, whatever it is, like that's what it has to be at that moment.
Hey, you know what's trippy about the trees? Even though they all different heights and all that shit, they all reaching for the same thing.
And just like
The
a painting,
sunlight.
the painter tell you when he painting, after a while he ain't even painting. It's just painting itself, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
That's what I
Yeah,
that's what I feel like life is doing. Life is doing itself. And why we can all think that we're doing all these things, but it's like,
You
nah,
just
this is what life
dance, you call it
does.
dance, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, there's a thing called separation. Not there's a thing called control that we think. You understand? So the thing is, because we're trying to have control, there's a thing we can't see. It's just that there's wheels to wheel. That's also wheeling by itself. So it's kind of like we get glimpses every now. Well, some people get glimpses every now and then, and they're like, "Damn, what's that thing?" And they're
Yeah.
trying to grab a hold of it,
Try to put it in the
but ain't nothing to
box.
hold on. You know what I mean? You just got to keep going through until it becomes you. Because if it ain't, you know about it, you're gonna always be searching. Searching just searching is different from you. you know so you just stepped into a thing called searching. So when we get that shit out the system, just like how we could turn off hurting, then everything is for certain you know
and
Oh,
don't be giving them all the secrets. Don't be blurting.
yeah.
Word. But keep blurting.
Yeah.
Like giving up all
who
the
am I to
secrets. People want to
Who am I
have
to tell you not to keep hurting?
Yeah, we want to have our own ideas and search for what we think is we need to search for. You know,
So move.
that make it more interesting. You feel me?
Move, true. That's always the next move because there is no move. That's the thing. Where you gonna move to if moving moves? It's just the next move. It's always
Yeah,
the next.
because you're always here, and it's always now.
Yeah. Where you going?
No matter where you go, it's always you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
Where you going?
That's the
No.
wild thing about it is like it's always now. And that everything is happening at one time. It's like it's not even separated. It's no separation really when you think about it. There's no such thing as separation because everything is happening at one time at the same time.
So
It
that's
Right.
But
what.
hey, but then again, everything is happening now within inside yourself.
yeah.
And that's life right there inside yourself.
Yeah, that's a space of unknown. That came from a blank thought. That came from something you couldn't hold on to. And that's still you. So where that shit came from? Nowhere. That's still it right now. That's still this. So ain't nowhere to look. You're still trying to search because you ain't turned off searching yet. Just keep vibrating. That's the only way you're gonna become the wheel of them wheels we talking about. The Lord of the wheels.
The lords
You
of the
know?
cycle.
That's you. Hey, maybe that's you, bro. I ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah.
That's you gotta become it to try to master it, to try to understand it. Which I don't think anything can be really fully understood, like not 100%, but you gonna just accept what what you desired yourself to accept. Like, like the earth being flat or round. Like, I
Or
think
anything
Yeah.
good.
I
And
think some days it's round and then other days it's flat.
some
Today
days
it's
is
round.
this, some days it's that.
Yeah, sometimes it's this. It depends. Depends on how my day is. You feel me? Feel good
Some
today?
days I'm a cat, but I'm never a rat.
Exactly.
So that's why the whole situation is just a wheel. So we gonna spin it like that and turn it into actual fact.
Yeah, I
Because
think
whatever
that's
step is that.
I think that's the thing, bro. Like when you in life and you creating your own movie. Like you feel me? Your action movie is not gonna be always the same as the next person's action movie. It's gonna be a little different because your action might not be as much. It might not be as intense as the next person's. You feel me? Like I was saying, like, like kids these days lose their mind if the Wi-Fi off. Like back in the day, we didn't even have Wi-Fi. I was talking to this old dude in the store, and I was looking up something on Google, and he was like, "Man," he said, "I think that's kind of cool that you can just look up something." He said, "I don't never do that," and I was like, telling him like, "Damn, remember back in the days, like we didn't have Google Maps or none of that, and how we used to find places. Like we'll get the address, and then we'll drive all the way across country." And either go in the store and get a big ass paper map, look at that motherfucker, put it
Like
back, and we just found things differently, but we were still able to find things.
exactly. That's why I started off this shit saying this is where thinking stops. You know. Hmm.
Yeah, we trying to turn off thinking. We want everything else to think for us. You feel me? Especially, you don't want to have to these days to do most of the research. A lot of people want to just be able to ask and you tell me. Like that's what we coming to. You tell me and I just believe you.
And only us, only we gonna benefit when we turn thinking off. As much as it sounds retarded,
Yeah.
but that's never the talk. That's never the walk. As soon as you learn what he's actually saying when he say turn thinking off, you'll figure this shit out. You don't even gotta blink. You don't even gotta think. It's just a sink sinking in the sink. Turn the water on. Turn the water off. The sink gonna remain
It,
the
it
drain.
yeah, it's gonna still do the same thing, and the body gonna just do what it's supposed to do, regardless of you trying to think it through. It's gonna do it regardless. You don't even
You
gotta really think about it because it's gonna do it. It was programmed to do the things that it's doing.
you gonna think it's new. That's what thinking do.
Think it, shake your head, yeah, no.
Make it more special. Versus now it's NASCAR having around in Porsches.
Yeah. No, I think I feel like the thinking process, it throws in that I ain't gonna say complication, but it just make living more intense. You feel me? With the thinking process, because now you judging all these different situations, and it just makes it more more intense. Make it more like we are
That
here.
Making
that's
me
crazy
believable.
because it's like when you thinking, uh, the vibration is things are talking to you, but at the same time, the vibration coming in, and then it's like the thinking is like the mind and the thoughts, and it's all. I mean, it's constant. It's constantly going,
The
and
thoughts.
but when you're thinking, 'cause I found that out too, is that when you're thinking, nothing is just speaking,
Let's
and
figure
when
it
you and because my head moves left and right, that means it's speaking and it's talking, just like the mind itself and the thoughts. And at the same time, my head is moving left and right. I mean, everything is speaking, you know,
anything
at the
that
same time.
just be automatic. It don't need to make sense. You don't need to
No, it
repeat
don't.
say and just keep on moving. So make it not make sense. Try to make it not make sense. And on your way to making it not make sense, you'll jump through a portal.
It never makes sense. It's like Theo said, take that dream and put it on the TV. What if you could take infinity and put infinity on a TV screen? You wouldn't even be able to understand the shit.
That's like a
And we're gonna actually put that up on the screen right now for YouTube.
You
Infinity.
should. They
And shouts
confused
out Infinity on Twitter,
on
which
Twitter.
is sponsoring this product.
It's gonna
Which
have
is sponsoring
it's gonna have
today.
200 billion likes.
said, even though Trump got to hit up True in a minute, you go see everybody.
Trump better not hit me up.
He gonna give you a cut.
Man, don't hit me, cause shit. I'm like I said, I'm starting to figure out. Nobody knows nothing, but it's good to act like to act like we
You
know.
know
It feels good to feel like we know.
that mean the leader don't know nothing neither. So keep it cool, man.
Yeah, I,
It's just happening. It
cause,
happened.
cause
Life
like
is for
it,
the
it,
show.
it's almost like, okay, when you have a psychedelic experience, right? We have our psychedelic experience, and we come back and we explain it, and we only explain like 2% of what happened.
Yeah.
Like you can't. There's no way that you can break down and explain everything that you've seen on that experience, because you basically witnessed infinity itself happening, and you
Exactly.
try to break it down and explain it, and it be sounding good, them little few parts, but it's like you really seen infinity, and then as days go on, you say, oh shit, I forgot about that part. It's like you can't
And
really explain the shit. But you can't at the same time, if you get what I'm saying, because it'd be so much that didn't happen, and so much, like, you been lived 1,000 lives, and you come back and try to explain it within an hour, and wasn't no time in there. Like, there's no time. Like, you can't even time the experience when you were in there, because it seems like forever can happen on the psychedelic experience, and then you're not, and forever don't seem like it's happening right now. But I feel like life is forever, even though it don't seem like that to us, because the in the interim, whether I don't give a fuck if you live to be 10, it seemed like forever. It's like right now, just me turning 50, bro. That's it. It seemed like forever. It seemed like infinity itself, even though I know it's not. But that's what it feels like, because it's like, damn, it ain't, god damn shit. And it went by so fast. So fast, you can't even, you have to, half your life you don't even be fucking remembering.
hey,
Sir,
hey, Drew, uh, did you guys look up the neutrinos? Exile, did you look up those neutrinos? That's forever. Neutrinos.
Yeah,
They say got mass in it, and mass is nothing. Within mass is nothing but light, and neutrinos is everywhere, and that's forever.
yep. I think
That's
words are
infinity.
I think creating the moments, bro, is like, because we constantly creating moments, good and bad. You feel me, as we go. And I think that's the thing, is like, we creating these moments, and then we sharing these good moments and these bad moments, and then other people take those moments and add them to their good and bad moments. And it's like, I ain't gonna
but
lie.
still.
Hey, Sun Tzu, I feel like whatever it is that is having this experience then broke the experience up in like infinity of fractals, to where each fractal is able to have the desired experience that it wants to have, or that it's gonna have. Like each one, its own little fractalized experience, like like almost like the cells on the body, like the fingernails
Yeah,
or
like
the eyes, or
they put, they put a picture together. And it's still one thing. We think we're doing it, but it already been done. We think we're saying it, but it already been said. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Searches, research, searching, researches. You know what I mean? So what that is, a cycle. So we gonna spin it. So we spinning them wheels. So we just, even when we continue searching still, we figured out that wheel that searching make exist, it could turn into something else. You could surf on that shit. So searching, researches, search, surfing. So you're still going. You know what I mean? The ocean gonna keep flowing when you breathe in. You know what I mean? You start relating the shit to the ocean. You know what I mean? But it's just still one semen, you know? And
yeah.
then it named it semen, you know? So, it's just words being clever.
It
You know,
remind
even
it
not
reminded me.
said
Hey,
didn't even.
It reminded me of some shit Exile said a long time ago. Like, do you have to tell your heart to beat? You don't even have to tell your heart to beat. It just does it. You don't have
We
to.
got to recognize that we're not really saying anything. And let's say something. Silence and a vibration. It don't mean we're being quiet. It means like you're flowing, you know? And the shit just, because that's just life. Life up as life sacrifice, work, children's, wives, all that type of shit. It feel like a slice. That's why you think you're walking with a knife. Some people post up on a corner. We selling this and we selling that. Marijuana. Smoking up that stuff, man. But we keep going, flowing for no reason. Because words are clever.
Hey, true.
Yeah.
I
What's that?
remember when I had to tell my heart to beat when I felt I was overdosing on that syrup. Oh shit, I'm dying. Beat. I was hitting that motherfucker. I was hitting my chest. Like
Dang.
beat.
Words,
And I
words
felt
can
it
open up
slowing
the
down
world.
and stopping.
Dang.
The bottom line, you figure out we standing still, thinking we're talking, but we ain't even talking. But the shit is a beautiful feeling. It's not something to complain about, even though it sounds like a coffin. No such thing as death. It's just this. When that happened, you realize that wasn't even this. So is this that? No, because there's nothing. But we here. So how is it
But
happening?
we here. How's it happening?
Happening. We're still searching, trying to research. Simple. We just need to let it happen, and the mind will go to something else, and then you get your hat, put it on your head, recognize you the captain.
And that's no cap, huh? I think yeah, this shit gonna keep going, bro. Life
Yeah.
gonna keep going for forever, forever, because everything gonna find a way to survive and to keep it pushing and pass it on to
Hey,
the next ones that's coming to do
uh,
this
what
thing.
what about what about if that light ain't here anymore though? What will happen when there is no more light?
The-
Searching,
Nothing won't exist. I mean,
No, light came from darkness.
searching, researches.
yeah, and that light, you don't even
What
need a light to turn on the light.
exactly? What light?
Yeah,
What the light? What that thing they put on the wall where you flip the switch and you see that shit glare? What they call it? A light, LIGHT. That's the word.
light,
Oh, you know that's light.
yeah,
the light that's within yourself though.
you don't
Which
even
one?
need no light to see the light.
The reference. Hold up, that's a reference point.
The light that
Let me see if you know.
that's within us that we can't see.
Like you be on a psychedelic experience and you'll see something and you'll be trying to figure out where the fuck the light came from that was shining on what the fuck you seeing. And it's
The
like
shit
I
that
know ain't no light switches around here. I know ain't no lamps, ain't no candles burning or none of that.
Yeah, you ever had a dream when you're in the daylight?
Yup.
You ever had a dream when you're in the dark?
It be mixed because
it,
it be kind of like a crazy ass shade over my dreams.
They say like when you say true that where the light is coming from, should it be coming from yourself? That you know the light that's is coming from you, but
what's
it's
let me
but
ask
you is
you.
yo.
I don't know where that light coming from.
You mean Eric B?
Huh?
You mean when you say you mean Eric B?
No, I mean
I'm gonna just show you
you. I mean,
exactly like
because if you have, I mean, if you're are, I mean, if you light and that light is shining, you ask yourself where that light coming from. You can look all kind of directions.
so who asked yourself? Who's the you that ask yourself? Who's them three people? I'm gonna right there. That's three people right
Who is?
there. Hold on. That's
Wait,
three
hold on.
people.
I gotta
Keep
scratch this
going.
real fast.
Searching researches, but keep going.
Who is the you? Should ask that question.
The
So
you, the you is basically the light.
hold up. So exactly. So right. So if you could, if you recognize light or whatever you recognize, fuck light. If you recognize dirt, then what are you? You know, if you could actually recognize it, anything you could recognize, you are it. Because you don't. What this? Where you?
Yeah,
Hold up. Where
yeah,
your light?
yeah.
Hold up. Where your light switch come from? Show me the wall. Where the switch comes from? Show me the wall.
That's gonna still
Right.
be you.
Yeah. Right.
Even the
So
chair is gonna be
you
you.
want to. So what you're trying to figure out is how the words is happening. That's what you about by silence. It's just yeah. So just let me know next thought you hop on, and then we could take off. We're gonna launch off. That should keep us going, bro. We need that shit. Ain't no disrespect. This is so we could get to the eject button. You just can't find it because you recognize you're thinking. So if you're thinking, who thinking?
Thinking does itself.
Is
Thinking
it
don't need nobody to do anything for it.
is it a stretch Lincoln?
It's like just
You
time.
thought.
Just
Oh,
time.
you thought. But you ain't even think it yet.
Yeah.
Like a magic trick. Don't get caught
Ain't
blinking.
touch your shoulder yet. Words ain't even tell your voice box to speak it yet. Type shit. If that's how it go. Y'all know the flow. I don't
I
know.
got a story to share with y'all real quick. It's from my little brother. He took his some mushrooms and he said, "Hey, bruh, I took some mushrooms before I went to sleep, and I heard three voices in my head. I heard my younger self, my current self, and then a menacing voice that was like, you know, that's naive."
Beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I said, you get to hear all yourself.
Every-
He said one part was saying, two voices were saying, yeah, this is what we're going to do. This how things are. And then the other was like, no, that's not how it is. And this and that. I said, yeah, that's what it will keep telling you. That's that thing used for survival sometimes, but it's there. It ain't got to be used all the time, man. Like, we'll try to create these realities, but it's all you. Just like
Real.
QB and Naruto when you got the nine-tailed fox in them.
Yeah, it's hella different aspects of you, and they all talking at the same time. I told you we are legion. I don't think everybody understand that we are legion. Like you, what the fuck?
How much of yourself are you actually using?
I,
And what
I,
is the self that you're using?
I
How
wish
about
just Ty. I ain't gonna lie. I wish it would have showed him the full extent of all his thoughts and show you every aspect, every person that said what you was thinking. You feel me? Outside of you that you heard from somewhere else, and put it all together and show you how you actually put together what Sun Tzu said and what Just Ty said and put them together. But you didn't know that that thought was theirs, which they got from over there, which came from over there, which came from over there. But you'll start hearing all the different voices saying all these different thoughts that you had, but you can tell where you got each one from. Like, and the shit is fucking crazy. It'll take you all the way there. But those different aspects of his self that he's seen is like some dope shit. Cause that, I've been there where you see the 9-year-old self, the teenage you, the adolescent, all these different aspects of you, and all of them fucking saying different shit. All of them is viewing everything in a different way. And then as you going and you live in life, you don't understand that 9-year-old you is still there. He
Still
never
there.
left.
That's
yo,
what goes how.
yo, I ain't gotta tell you where the shapes of the snow came from. Simple. Same place it came from is where that shit came from.
Did he go into any more depth about that experience, Ty?
No, no. He just waiting for me to talk about it. He just told me
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah.
Dang. I want to hear more. He probably was looking at all three of them like, how y'all get here? Like, we been here. Remember the
No, I
9,
gotta talk to him. He still try to put on a cool voice. That's how I know this all breaking him up a bit.
yeah,
He's like, yeah, you know.
the 9-year old going, remember when I wanted to get that sour candy? That was me. That wasn't the older you. The older you is like, man, I don't even eat candy like that no more. But the younger one, like, man, I still got them cravings. And get that Sour Patch Kids. You feel me? It's
Boom.
Fireball.
yeah.
That's like a chorus and logo. The previous discussion, like what just happened. It's like a chorus in the flow, and then Eric B gonna say something, and we gonna hop back reverse too, and that's just how the word can work. That's how the earth move. That's how the whole shit, the whole verse move. I mean, the shit don't come from nowhere. It's freestyle. I mean, the shit is new, but the shit is still a. So they say.
Hey, that's something else because what true that when you just said about the child thing, that's just like myself going back. Okay, when I was explaining about my day and going to the mountains, coming back home and reliving that now, going back to what I was doing and vibrating and going back to what I was doing when I was at the top, and I'm still doing it right now. And the same thing about going all the way back to my childhood. Now that's something I felt that too, vibrating when I was like 6 years old, and I'm still doing it right now. Just that tells me that's there right now.
Right.
That same boy in the woods.
And the eye creating a wheel, and you call it the lords of the cycle, because you're in the cycle. The I. Let's picture an I, a common letter I, and you mention 6 eyes just now. And if you ask you right now, what's trying to be found? You're trying to find a light. Now look at that common letter I. What that represent? Type shit. You know what I mean? I just saw it
Type
go.
shit.
That I over time is the I that you created and said that was I. This is I right here. This is me, the I. You know, and
Yeah.
and
So
over time it ain't easy to create an I.
wanna know where the I gonna go. Anywhere the I wanna know. I wanna move to Hawaii. That's what the I gonna know. You know what I mean? But the I still gonna wanna know where the I came from. But the I came from New York or New Jersey or wherever. So wherever to go, the I keeps spinning. And that's how the I keep living till the fuel run out. Just like the trip stops sometimes. But the shit still you're back in reality, bro. What happened to me? Same shit.
And the
We
I
right here.
don't want to die. The I don't want to leave. It don't want to get left behind. It want to always be a part of every subject.
That's it. They don't want to stop existing. But the things
Nah.
that ain't got nothing to worry about because it already is not existing.
Yeah, it already doesn't exist. I think that's the Sun Tzu, that's the scary part of what we perceive death to be.
Correct.
Because it's like the I being non existent anymore. When the I never did exist.
Exactly. So where we at now? We at listening.
That's crazy, bro. That's hella crazy. Why you do that? I need to go down that rabbit hole right there.
I was saying walking up to people and being like, I'm not real. I'm a figment of your imagination, your light.
I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Meditation.
That's
Living.
crazy because you can't do that nowadays. Just time. You can't do that.
I know that's why I said it like that.
You'll get labeled as crazy. You get to going running around telling people we don't exist. They go like, this motherfucker need a straight jacket.
Hey, cause you're still telling. You still think you're something. It needs to be told. You still want the spotlight, but you already got it. You know what I mean? But guess what? You're not.
You're not. You are not.
Exactly.
That's why you try to
You
The
be.
know,
act of trying to tell somebody all of that is a struggle in your own
like
existence in the first place.
systematic researches. You know what I mean? And we have libraries and we have all these factories. So we keep moving. Where we going, we're not going nowhere. So they set up a system. Now we live in it. So we got to make it exist if we want to live in it.
Yeah, you try your best
Yeah,
to.
no, no.
That's Ozo. Ozo, we are here. We are here. In
Yeah,
the who's in Whoville.
exactly.
What if I just told you you was a speck?
You got to figure out first.
Like you just a speck on this little little piece
The
of
you,
planet I got. They
the
like,
Speck on a speck in
word
a
be
speck.
true.
yeah,
True. What he's saying is true. Listen, the you is a speck
yeah,
under whatever was just said.
yeah.
The you. Yeah.
It's wild because each one of those aspects of you still, they want to exist, and
Guess
they do whatever it takes to be
so,
seen or
so
be heard.
5 years from now, a brand new you.
What if
And then
5 years? You
like
mean 2 minutes, 30
Every
seconds, two
moment.
seconds? Yeah, every moment.
like tell me where time stood still. I mean, I could do it, but you tell me where time still. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's all you know. That's all they know. That's all we know. Whoever we is.
Yeah,
Because
whoever
there's,
we is. I
you know
I
what I mean?
I
Just
got
is.
I got pissed off at the mushrooms when they said you do not exist. And I'm like, I'm standing
Right.
right here. What are you talking about? Talking about you don't exist. The you look, you do not exist. It's like, yes, I do. Watch, I'm just gonna make something to eat right now. The I, the me. It's like that's not you. The body is doing that. I don't know. But that's a hard pill to swallow, bro.
Oh, there we go. My bad. Hey, that's why we think characters are not real, but yet people think Jesus and everything else is real. But no, Goku not real, or oh no, that person going through something on the TV in front of you is not real. Like we're just not in that vibrating with their reality, so to speak.
No,
Sorry, they just
I would say we go
word.
into there and they like, oh my gosh, the show's about to be over, or you know how they be breaking the fourth wall in cartoons.
yeah, it's
They're
trippy
gonna get
because
there.
if you look like you said, if you look at the underlying thing of what's going on Dragon Ball Z or any other movie or cartoon, it's explaining life. That's what it's doing. It explaining certain people lives that lived or certain stories of lives that have lived. And it's the same thing with everybody else, bro. It's like, the stories is happening, but at the same time, that underlying truth that is there is the one thing that we don't see, that we all kind of disconnect from.
What's known as a real. The movie, the real, a real in your head, little round thing and that little plastic thing, a real, that
Mhm.
old school film.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then you just hit the play. Nowadays, you just hit play on your remote. So real, it's a real, it's a real. It's just the words being clever. Back to the same. It's just basic. You know what I mean? It's just freestyle, acapella. Everything else is instrumental, simple.
but
You
that's
know what I
what's
mean?
but don't you think that's what's dope about it is the fact that you
That's
can
that's
take a
what's dope
story.
about it. We keep going on about it and singing it. We're making it rhyme. We're flowing about it. This
The,
is deeper than a discussion.
But don't you think
You
that's the
know?
dope thing about it is like from us, like, being able to talk and create different stories, it can create narratives that can exist within other people.
Yeah, until we start lying to ourselves, when we start believing it and start sinking in it and letting people something else inside your head that this is a seasoning it, thinking you're cooking, thinking it's getting hot, thinking you're in a pot, thinking something about something about to get stirred, thinking something about to get served on a plate. You know what I mean? Thinking about death. You know what I mean? Worry about nothing. So we're just trying to show you the rewind, but simple as that. because this is not this. Just this could be that. That could be this. So where is it? Type shit, but it can't stay still. So it gotta keep going because it exists like water exists in water
I think that's
until it ain't.
us. That's how we move. That's how we kind of move through reality and all its different experiences of just thinking of all these things and creating a narrative for what we might feel these things are, even though we don't have no fucking idea of what death is.
The
Like
word
we
itself,
don't we just don't know.
what we feel these things are.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thing.
feel.
Listen. Unreal to real. Feel, how, feel, and then how, and then these things are. So it's all separate realms, a whole bunch of different dimensions thrown in a cup and call it milk. Call that shit the Milky Way. Call that shit whatever you want. Put a fucking straw in it and sip it. That's just what it is. Listen to it. We could describe it whichever go either way as long as it add to the flow. The shit gonna go because there's nothing to know either way.
Yeah, it
That's
ain't nothing to
no
know, but it's
working.
gonna constantly flow, despite
Yeah,
what. It's gonna constantly flow. But I think I think as whatever we are, we're gonna make up what we want it to be in the interim. We're gonna
yeah.
take from other places, and it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, and that's why I say we're everything. We're already everything. That's why it's so easy to believe anything or accept anything to be something.
We're nothing. We're in a disco room with the twinkling lights. You remember that shit? A disco room with the old school twinkling lights, and when you're moving around, it's like a whole bunch of hands moving around and shit. Just picture it. Yeah, that's just,
That's
and
what I.
that's just it. And
That's
then
what
it's
I
just a
say.
whole big party. Why you go over there, it's pretty much a damn party. And
That's
then
what
when you
I
have a
seen
bad trip,
on
that's it.
LSD.
Turn it into a wheel and let that shit show itself. Just that whichever way you want. It's still it. It's just shit. Grow mushroom out of it. Eat it again and retake your trip. Who gives a shit? Only the shit do. What can the shit do but sit still and listen though? And then guess what? Something gonna grow. The same shit that lets you know what you're knowing right now. That there is no now. It's just wow. That's it. Just call it wow. Fuck now, call it wow. What you doing right wow?
Man,
One, right one. WON.
Wow. You know what I mean? Cause you can't put wow nowhere. Wow don't exist somewhere. So that's better something else to call it. If you get the drift.
the
It's
wow.
not it's swift. It's just something I'm listening to as we're drifting through, because that's just how the shit go. And as the flow go, you're talking about what's them lights you're seeing behind the eyelids. First of all, what's the eyelid? Where does the eye live? You know what I mean? There's nothing to give. We already got thinking, but we think we're not. But thinking still
Yeah, I can't give you something that you already got. So some
right.
part of it's like recognizing, recognizing, or remembering through the separation to see that
The
you are
separation.
all that is.
Yeah. You recognize the separation, you know you're separated. So you're not.
It do feel good to kind of separate yourself because it make you
Everything.
feel different than everything else.
Wow.
It make you feel different, different or better. You feel me? If I separate myself from exile, it make me feel a little bit better, because I wouldn't do nothing like
It's
that.
true. That's what this is. Perfection. You're not separate. That's what this is. Thinking you are.
Hey,
How
Well,
much
look,
yeah,
better
that's
you want to stick together, you buy some glue. Ain't nothing new.
said the
This is
mind
it.
is a terrible thing to face, man.
Beautiful. Everything is right. Wow.
being ordinary is something that's looked down upon. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people want to be special.
Yeah, there is no crown. There is no jewelry. By the way, jewelry is not what y'all think. Trust me, the sink gonna sink. Just pay attention. Don't pay attention. Pay attention. Don't pay attention.
That's that we do not exist. So everybody wants to be somebody or something or something. I got to that point where I like just being, okay? It's just fun just to be, okay? Like I don't know what I'm gonna be. Like he said, like like Zazu said, look, in the next 2 minutes, it might not even be the same thing I am right now. But whatever it is, I'ma just be it. I'm not gonna even fight with it no more. I'm tired of I gave up the fight. Okay?
Hey, being think it's somewhere standing still. That's why being bees. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Zzz, zzz. The queen bee. Only she standing still. But it's still one unit. So what we talking about? Nothing. Only the queen talk. Listening. That's what we doing. Talking talks.
The queen bee. Hey, that's wild though, cause remember the one movie I forgot, dude, that had the movie, and I didn't even know that bees actually do that if the queen ain't doing putting out like she's supposed to. They kind of take the queen out and then develop another queen, raise another one to
Yeah.
take over the hive. I didn't never know that shit.
It's another thing to worry about. That's how the me found itself again, trying to figure out. But there's nothing to figure out. You just figured that out. You know what I mean? Figure out that other out that you got in. You're gonna still trying to find something to jump out of because searching researches. You know what I mean? And it just keeps searching. It's just a wheel, a lord of the wheels.
The Lord of the Cycles.
Yeah, this Lord of the Cycles. That's what he just said. Yeah. My bad, the Lord of the Cycles.
The Lord of the Cycles.
So that's not me. This ain't even me, Eric B. This really you. I'm just trying to let it.
No, it's not me because it's all within me.
Put it be, bro.
It's not me.
It ain't me.
No.
We just
Well, it's like different versions of all that is.
yeah.
All that is, if there's no time and no space, then there's no change. So we come to change, to then put it into one. Let me put all my quarters, nickels, and dimes together so I can get dollars.
Yeah. Until we realize that there is no balance. But there is balance. It's called this. Whatever this is. You can't pinpoint it.
Right, because it's always moving.
Searches and it
But
researches.
it's always now. But now will never be again.
And that's
so
what
like that balance point between the
That's the
polarity.
same. That's just like when we speak of cycles.
So people design games back in
Cycles.
the tic-tac-toe, hopscotch, stuff like that. That's where it came from. Everything. Everything has a root. It come from the dot. And you make all types of games. Call it polka dot. If you poke the dots, you're gonna see other spots, but it's still, what did you poke? Where poking came from? Yeah, searching still researches. Where poking came from to poke the dot. The black and white, huh? Or that light, huh? You see it? Exactly. The factory. Yeah, you ain't gotta close your eyes to see. You ain't gotta open.
In a way, all we can do is poke each other or point towards what we already have.
Hey, hello.
It's already
exactly. That's what silence kind of. Hey, without.
I can't give you something that you already have.
It's somewhere.
I can't fill your cup if your cup's already full. Your cup's already full. There is no, like Sebastian Creator said earlier, there's no lacking anywhere.
Life wouldn't cut you if it loved you. It just seems like it's a cut. That's why you're seen in the cut.
Source don't create waste. Nature doesn't create waste. Only the perspective, the personality can view things in a whole system and say, oh, that's bad, or that's good, or that doesn't fit, or whatever. It's
Yeah,
always fitting.
it's
We're
search
always existing. Like it's
searching
never.
for the base right now. Searching is searching for the base. That's where the silence is looking right now. That's that eye that's peeking hole. That's that no separation right now. It's trying to find a base, something to stand on, but there's nothing to stand on. Figure out what we're standing on and what's the we that's standing on, existing to be what we're standing on. What's the hand is on? What hand is on? Listen to the sound. Listen to the heart. Tick tock, tick tock. Listen. You could listen. Close your ears and you'll hear it. Yeah, it's vibration. You know, it's everything. It's nothing. It's just love. It's disgusting. It's unconditional. Yeah,
It's
Unconditional.
constantly moving.
yeah.
I stick one hand out, I vibrate. I stick both of my hands out, my hand moves left and right. It's all speaking to me
That
without me even knowing.
it's moving. You don't feel it moving through right now?
Yeah,
Moving.
when I
I
close
know. I'm
my,
still.
I mean,
I'm not
when I
still.
close my, when I close my right and left eye,
Yeah.
my head moves left and right. It just spinning. It's like spinning, but I know uh, when it does that, it's just speak with it's inside inside myself, and it's speaking everything all at once. When I open my palm of my hands, um, my head moves like up and down, like a yes. When I open both of my hands, it's moving left and right. It's like a frequency going up until I open both of my hands, and then my head moves left and right, meaning that
Means that something's moving. Means that you're not really doing anything. Means that you're trying to claim a my. You keep saying my. You're trying to claim a my, but you're describing something. So that means that's not you because you're describing something.
no,
But
it's. I mean,
what is it? No, you're right.
it's like what
Oh,
I'm saying. Okay, look, check this out. What I'm saying, not really a my, but I'm just making like for an example. An
He's
example.
a
An
my.
example saying that okay, I can open both of my say for instance, say I can open both of my hands, right?
Yeah.
And it's move my head moves left and right. This is just an example. It does it, but
Yes.
it just move my when I say my, it's just an example. But I know what you're saying.
No,
But
I know. Well, you know what I'm
I'm
not.
saying that it's
Oh,
moving left and right. That's but when I'm
you feel. I'm
when
not saying that's what you feel. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
yeah, but that's the vibration. It's
Yeah.
the it's I feel it,
Well,
but
that's
it's the
it. That's
vibration.
it. Yeah. Where you
Oh,
going?
okay,
Nowhere to
okay,
go, bro. That's
okay,
it.
no, but check this out. Check
Nah.
this out though. Check this out. Check this out. Uh, frequency like it's like something raising up, right? Like first it's like moving up and down, like something is raising up
Mm-hmm.
until I get to that point where where I supposed to be, and then my head moves left and right. Like just some for an example like that. Now,
Well, you
this
speak
that's
from the collective silence in this moment, if there was such a thing, that's trying to raise a certain frequency to get to a certain level that we can bring it to, but it actually doesn't exist. I could make what you're
yeah,
trying to this, but that would be me trying to be something what's perceived as the devil trying to play mind tricks on you. I could fuck with you, but I'm not fucking with you. So that's what I'm saying. Searches, and it researches. So anything can surface.
the devil.
He said the devil, the devil.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
That was a good one.
I'm just, you
No, but
know, that ain't no good one because there is no that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Keep going. But when you're trying to pinpoint something, we're gonna stop at something, then we're gonna have a chorus when we don't need no chorus. It's just bars. You understand? So that's how this little cycle continues because we go to sleep, we stop, we go on repeat, we stay in a certain trance, a certain dance that Shiva be talking about. It ain't even a dancing. So you don't have to dance. The earth could stop right now. You can make it stand still. But that's in your earth. That don't mean I ain't gonna keep moving, nigga. That's for you and for you to know and for you to figure out because I know you're searching because searching searches and it researches. But anything could surface is what I'm trying to tell you. No need to even get nervous when you get to that spot. It's the sweet spot. Poke the dot, polka dot, black, white. Where's the light came from? You trying to poke the dot.
polka dot.
Then,
Yeah.
hey, guess what? We still ain't standing still. Where that you came from. So it only begun. So just remember that. Nothing to stand on. Figure that out, though. But ain't nothing to figure out, though. Simple. It's just this. Accept it.
It's this
That way,
right here.
ain't nothing could fuck with you if you accept it. You don't have to accept it. You could go bump your head in the wall. You know what I mean? Because a wall could exist if you see it to bump your head into. It don't make sense, but make it make sense.
Everything
You know,
is and ain't happening.
This is where breathing stop. You don't need to. So that means you ain't here.
oh yeah, I know what you mean by that. Cause that ain't here.
I don't know where the sneer came from. That voice, that lingo, that I don't know. That's another thing that has a thought, that has a doubt, that has another discussion trying to seek and reach. But I'm gonna seek it out because there's no such thing as seeking out. It's in front of my face. So what's on your mind? Nothing to define. You don't have no time. You know what I mean? It's simple, bro. That's just life. Exactly what it is. Reflection. It's just a mirror. Show you there's nothing that you can't. There's no thought. There's nothing inside your head. You don't have a head. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. So say what you gotta say. You know? Anything you have to ask, you ask. You know, it's not like a master class because there is no master. It's just silent speaking for no reason, creating topics that nobody is even seeking and just discussing because silence is doing it. Who's the you that's doing it? The unit. What's the unit though? Well, another discussion. Roll up another discussion. I smoke one for you, true. I know you can't smoke right now.
Yeah, man. I ain't even I haven't even had the urge to smoke. But I gotta step out for a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna try to come back after a while.
One time, no time.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But all right, Sun Tzu,
All right,
Ty,
true.
Exile.
All right.
I know I'm probably come back around like 10:30 after my girl go to work. Feel me? Or try to come back before then, depending on what happened with these youngins. But all right. And thank everybody out there for joining. Yeah, we'll come back later because I know, I kind of like the late live streams. So let me go. I'm about to come right now. Hold on.